What is going on? This is your old pal CHH here today, and today I've got a video that's... I need to know if I'm going crazy or not. I really need to know, and it's kind of a video where I want to know if I'm on the right track on this, thought process-wise, if maybe I'm on the wrong track, or if you guys just want to weigh in on this. So the title of this video is probably something akin to, is 4K found footage pointless? And I have a reason for asking the question, not just because I want to ask the question. I bought a movie on 4K that's found footage, and it was a big upgrade. I had the movie on DVD, and I was a big fan of the movie, and I bought it on 4K. The movie in question is The Visit. Now, this is the Kino Lorber 4K release, and it's a decent release. It's really just a release that's improving the picture quality. In terms of special features, I'll tell you right now, it's got an audio commentary by authors Brian Reisman and Max Avery, the making of The Visit, cast and crew interviews, behind the scenes, deleted scenes and alternate endings, domestic and international theatrical trailers and TV spots. So it was a release that was really made for the benefit of picture quality, improving picture quality, which is typically a big factor for me with physical media. It's not always the #1 reason to upgrade. For me, special features are very important, but picture quality is obviously very important. I think it's important for most of us with collecting physical media. So this release really got me thinking, is 4K found footage kind of pointless? Now, why am I asking that? Well, I watched this and I was pretty damn impressed with the picture quality. It looks really, really good. The thing about it, though, is I almost wonder if found footage on 4K looking that good is just more distracting than anything. Because as I was watching The Visit, I was constantly being reminded to myself that I'm watching a movie. Now, if that sounds a little weird, I don't know about you guys, but listen, I am a sucker for found footage. I love it. It's one of those genres that really makes me feel like I could be, there in the situation. I can get lost in it. And when I'm watching found footage, watching something restored and looking this good, it really just kind of... I thought I heard something right there by my window. Holy shit. It's 3 a.m. while I'm recording this, and I'm just terrified. Anyway, I was watching the 4K of this, and as I'm watching the movie, I'm just noticing how good the picture quality is, and there was a certain point to where I felt like it just became more distracting than not. Like, I felt like I was being reminded, wow, this is a movie I'm watching because of how good and how crisp the picture quality is. Like, you know how when you're watching a 4K of like a normal movie and the picture quality looks really good, you can see just the little fibers in somebody's hairs, of little strings of their hairs that may be kind of sticking up or out because of how good the picture quality is. You're like, Jesus, that looks great. But you're watching an actual movie and it's cinematic and everything. But with found footage, I don't know, with this movie, it kind of just had me bummed out a little bit. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but I was just like, I feel like I can't truly get lost in this because I'm constantly noticing how pristine the movie looks for a found footage movie. It almost looks kind of wrong. I don't know. I also wonder, like, in 2015, I'm assuming 4K cameras were available, but to use it for a movie where kids are filming is another thing where I'm just like, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of odd. I don't know. It just seemed like an element that became more of a distractor rather than a benefactor. Like, I can't say that watching The Visit in 4K enhanced the viewing experience. It may for you, I don't know. But for me, it just turned out to be more distracting than anything. And I was thinking about other movies that came out on 4K that are found footage, like Cloverfield. Again, the thing about found footage I like is truly being able to get lost in the movie, feeling like I am with the person filming or becoming the person that's filming the movie. And Cloverfield came out even earlier, and the fact that that is a found footage movie that was supposed to be filmed by handycams that people could readily buy at that time, being 4K, again, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like, what are we doing here? And at the time when I got that, I recorded a review for Cloverfield where I basically said, I'll be honest with you guys, I feel like this is just a waste. watching a found footage movie on 4K that was supposed to be shot by people using everyday cameras they can get. And I deleted the review. I never ever posted it because I thought, Christian, you just sound like a whiny bitch about this whole thing. So I deleted it, never posted it. But after watching this and seeing it on 4K, I had the exact same thoughts again of, is this pointless? Is this just more of a distractor than anything? And I'm just really battling and struggling with that. Like, if found footage movies start to come to 4K more frequently, I don't know if I want to get them. But, like, that's not to say that there's not exceptions to the rule, because this isn't a 4K release. This is obviously a Blu-ray release, but they take the elements and they completely remaster them and go back to the original elements. And, like, with the Blair Witch, for instance, you know, there are parts of the movie that were shot on 16mm film. Now, that stuff has obviously got restored, but that's a 16mm camera. That's believable because it's real. They used it in the movie. But it's not like they're trying to pass off, like, you know, a kind of camera that wouldn't look this good that's being remastered and upscaled and stuff like that. So, like, there's exceptions to the rule when it comes to that sort of thing in terms of remastering. Like I said, this is Blu-ray, but I'll be honest with you guys, I just feel like Blu-ray is probably just the format for found footage. I feel like that's perfectly fine. That is as good as it needs to be, and it's the most logical one because, of course, most cameras by the mid-2000s were all HD stuff. And so, like, watching movies like this, like Camp Coldbrook on Blu-ray, just makes sense, and I can get lost in the movie, and I can feel like I can get lost in it, because this movie came out in 2019, which was a decent little found footage flick. It's about this, like, investigative crew that, you know, tracks down paranormal activity stuff going on. It's got Daniel Harris in it, too, which is, it's pretty good. It's not a great found footage movie, it's pretty damn good. Like, watching this on Blu-ray, I feel is perfect, because I feel like the camera quality and stuff is restored and shown the proper way. But, like, let's say this ever comes out one day, this Camp Coldbrook gets remastered in 4K, I just feel like it would end up becoming more distracting than making you get lost in the movie, because it's supposed to be approached like it's real, like it's authentic. Now, obviously, it's still cinema, I get that, but that's what I love about found footage, is it's trying to cross that barrier of getting a deeper sense of yourself lost into the movie, because you're seeing found footage. You're seeing footage that was real, that was captured, and it's being played back to you. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, if they remastered Grave Encounters in 4K. Maybe people would be into that, but I just feel like, oh, we're going to remaster it. Look how good it looks. And to me, it's just, I feel like it's a way of being like, oh, look how good it looks. Look how good this movie looks. Let's distract you from the idea of it being like it's real footage. No, it's just a movie. It's a movie. Look how great and crystal clear the image is. So, I don't know. I just feel like remastering these found footage movies in 4K is kind of pointless, or it just doesn't really work. And maybe I'm wrong on that, but, like, I can understand taking stuff that was coming from the 2000s out on Blu-ray, like watching Diary of the Dead on Blu-ray. To me, that's fine, because it looks still very, like, natural, and you're still feeling like you're seeing footage that was done by people with these kind of cameras at the time. And even stuff like Paranormal Activity, because Mika had, like, a really nice camera, but it was still 2006 when they made this. So 4K just doesn't seem like it would make sense to do that. Like, if they made Paranormal Activity on 4K, I just feel like that would be, like, silly. I don't know. Maybe people won't agree with me on this, but I really feel like watching The Visit on 4K just kind of made me say, I don't think I'm into found footage movies being restored in 4K. It doesn't make sense to me, and to me it becomes more of a distraction of getting lost into the movies with making the picture quality look so pristine and high quality and so upscaled. So, I don't know, guys. That's how I feel about this whole thing, but like I said, this video is really going to be a discussion between you guys and me in the comment section. I need to see how other people feel about this, if I'm totally off base, or if you guys agree with me. And let me know if you've experienced any found footage stuff in 4K and what you thought about it. Like, I don't know how much there is. Like I said, obviously there's The Visit, there's Cloverfield, but I don't know how much other stuff on 4K is found footage. It's probably a very short list, so I don't know, guys. There we have it. This is really just a video today for just, like, you know, like a am I crazy video, I guess. I mean, seriously, because I haven't seen many people talk about this, or I haven't looked up much about it, but that's what I think about this, guys. I think 4K found footage is probably a little silly. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this down below, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. This is your old pal CHH. Take care. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.